Stands a gateway, mouth of stone with teeth of gold. From within a muted crackle, like a campfire growing old. This the place that filled our legends with its undying holy blaze. Yet the glow that meets our faces feels more tired than our days. Priests proclaim, behold the center, heart aflame that never sleeps. But I see the power could cure their every ill. Temple of embers, more smoke than sacred fire. If divinity needs kindling, what kind of God is that desire? I have carried you inside me since I learned the ancient songs. Now I see the burning question, were you real there all along? We file in with solemn faces, drop our offerings on the grate. Priests recite, rehearse petitions as they rake and oscillate. Hidden in the shadowed corners, barrels full of oil wait, just in case the eternal fire needs a little extra fate. I feel anger, grief, and laughter all collide behind my eyes at the sight of this small bonfire dressed in robes of endless light. Temple of embers flickering on the hill, built on bones of those who trusted you could cure their every ill. Temple of embers, more smoke than sacred fire. If divinity needs kindling, what kind of God is that desire? I have carried you inside me since I learned the ancient songs. Now I see the burning question, were you real there all along? I step closer to the railing, hold my hand above the heat. Feel its warmth but also weakness, see its borders, feel its reach. Then I close my eyes and notice there's another warmer flame beating in my ribs in rhythm with the ones who share my name. Pushing me to fight. Temple of embers, I will leave your shrine with a coal not from your altar but from this own heart of mine. If the mountain never cools and all your grand facades are gone, we will still ignite the darkness with the fires we carry on.
When we turn our backs to leave, guards step in with silver spears. Say no pilgrim quits the summit till the flame has judged their fears. They herd us to a narrow courtyard, open roof and grating floor, above a ring of smoldering braziers, hangs from rusted iron cords. Stand inside the circle, sinners. Let the sky of embers rain. If your soul is pure, you'll manage. If not, fire will mark your shame. Trial by falling sparks, glowing from above. Tiny comets meant to test the worth of every kind of love. Trial by falling sparks, cruel and strangely bright, turning superstition into yet another show of might. But we shield each other's shoulders with our jackets, hands, and hearts, proving grace is not the fire, it's how we face the sparks. They release the chains with laughter, showers of hot metal fall. First a sting on skin and fabric, then a dance of pain for all. Some cry out and some stay silent, some reach up as if to fight. I look over, see a child knocked down by a brighter light. So I step outside my circle, cover them with both my arms, feel the embers burn my jacket, but they never touch their heart. Trial by falling sparks, glowing from above. Tiny comets meant to test the worth of every kind of love. Trial by falling sparks, cruel and strangely bright, turning superstition into yet another show of might. But we shield each other's shoulders with our jackets, hands, and hearts, proving grace is not the fire, it's how we face the sparks. When it ends, the priests are furious that we ruin their display. Judgment must be individual, but we chose a different way. If their flame demands our suffering just to prove we're worth its glance, then we'll take our burned up jackets as our only sacrament. Trial by falling sparks leaves its smoking trail, but the scars we bear from saving one another will not fail. Trial by falling sparks showed us what is real, not the altar's icy verdict, but the warmth of human will. If the temple calls us faithless, for the mercy we embrace, let the gods they serve decide who truly. In the storerooms under stairways where the tourists never go, lie the statues out of favor, stacked in rows like brittle bones. Old stone faces chipped and blinded, deities the priests outgrew when new doctrines needed symbols with a fresher shade of truth. Dust has settled on their bodies, but their stories linger still, echoed in the quiet corners like a half-remembered will. Fire in the broken idols, ember in their eyes, not the kind that asked for worship, but the kind that still survives. Fire in the broken idols, glowing through the cracks, saying we were just attempts at something bigger you now lack. If the temple keeps replacing gods to fit each era's mold, maybe holiness is larger than the forms we try to hold. the darkness, hold it near a shattered hand. For a moment shadows flicker on the carved and crumbling man. In the flames I see a pattern, every age with brand new names. But beneath their painted stories burns the same intense old flame. Not a person, not a statue, not a throne in any hall, just the urge towards something higher than the limits of us all. Fire in the broken idols, ember in their eyes. Not the kind that asked for worship, but the kind that still survives. Fire in the broken idols, glowing through the cracks, saying we were just attempts at something bigger you now lack. If the temple keeps replacing gods to fit each era's mold, maybe holiness is larger than the forms we try to hold. So I light a small new candle on the floor between the rows. Not for them and not against them, just for everything unknown. If the priest should find this flame, they will likely stamp it out. But for one short, shining moment, all the broken ones look proud. Fire in the broken idols, may you never fade. You There's a boy who sweeps the hallways, barefoot in the early dawn, carrying a wooden bucket with a blanket folded on. No one notices his routine as they rush to praise and pray, but he's always near the ashes when the fires burn away. While the priests go back to chambers, counting coins and counting sins, he stays close to fading embers till the crowd comes back again. Keeper of the hidden call, guardian of the spark, you're the reason all this worship doesn't vanish in the dark. Keeper of the hidden call, nameless in the scrolls, but the light they call eternal rests inside your gentle hold. If the gods had any justice, you'd be standing by the throne, yet you're sleeping in the shadows, keeping holy heat alone. When the braziers lose their color, he will wrap a single stone, still warm coal in cloth and leather, carry it back down alone to a tiny secret chamber in the tunnels underground, where his own small hearth is waiting, built of bricks that no one found. He rekindles it in silence, feeds it wood from broken crates, says they'll need you in the morning, rest with me until they wake. Keeper of the hidden call, guardian of the spark, you're the reason all this worship doesn't vanish in the dark. Keeper of the hidden call, nameless in the scrolls, but the light they call eternal rests inside your gentle hold. If the gods had any justice, you'd be standing by the throne, yet you're sleeping in the shadows, keeping holy heat alone. think someone more loyal servant come to drag him to their rules. But I simply sit beside him, warm my hands above his flame, tell him you're the living symbol they pretend this mountain claim. Keeper of the hidden coal, you have shown me this, that the sacred doesn't live in crowns but in the rocks dismiss. Keeper of the hidden coal, I will spread your tale, so the world knows who maintained the fire when the rituals failed. If we leave this temple someday for a life that's more our own,
Morning finds the gates half open, smoke still clinging to the rocks. Pilgrims packing up their burdens, priests pretending strength they've lost. Word has spread of failing fire, of the tricks behind the veil, of the boy who kept it living while the clergy clinged its tail. Is deep down in valleys, into cities, through forgotten border towns, small new hearts igniting kitchens, not in lofty guarded grounds. Every doorway with a candle, every table with a flame, is a tiny quiet temple with no need for gilded names. When the last torch walks away, what is left inside? When the faithful take their embers to new streets and quiet lives, temple on the mountain fades into a darker shape, just an empty shell that once believed it held the world in place. When the last torch walks away, night reveals the lie. Sacred fire was never trapped here, it was burning in our eyes. Years from now the stone will crumble, vines will split the flawless stairs, travelers will climb this hillside, hear the rumors, breathe the air. They will find a ruined altar, see the sky where roof once stood, say whatever burned here early spread itself for common good. When the last torch walked away, history took note, not of gods that lost their temple, but of hearts that finally woke. We will tell this story softly round our modest human fires, how we left a dying mountain for 1,000 small empires. If some future priest attempts to cage the light again someday, may they fear the quiet footsteps of the torches walking away. polished obsidian, winds that taste like coal and rust. Lines of figures wrapped in tatters, climbing through volcanic dust. On their backs are tiny offerings, charms and letters, bones and bread. Every step a quiet question, will the sacred fire hear this tread? From the cities down below us, where the street lights flicker thin, priests have preached that our redemption lives inside the mountain skin. We are pilgrims of the dying flame, marching through the ash, carrying our broken stories for a promise we can't grasp. If the temple doors are open, if the embers still remain, maybe in their fading glow we'll wash away our inner stains. Pilgrims of the dying flame, eyes on distant light, hoping something in that fire can make our shadows right. At the rest stops carved in cliffside, shrines are blackened, half collapsed. On the walls old prayers are carved, names of those who never passed. Some turned back when knees were shaken, some gave up from lack of proof. Some were claimed by fallen cinders, never reaching temple roof. Yet the rumors keep on spreading of a glow that can renew. So we join the endless column with our doubts and fragile truths. We are pilgrims of the dying flame, marching through the ash, carrying our broken stories for a promise we can grasp. If the temple doors are open, if the embers still remain, maybe in their fading glow we'll wash away our inner stains. Pilgrims of the dying flame, eyes on distant light, hoping something in that fire can make our shadows right. No one asks why Flame Almighty needs our constant sacrifice, why a God so pure and endless lets its lantern star for light. But the closer that we travel and the smaller spark appears, I begin to feel a whisper, maybe fire is not just here. We are pilgrims of the dying flame, almost at the gate. But the doubt that walks beside me says the mountain might be fake. If the altar holds an ember, I will bow, but I will ask why the brightest thing in heaven needs a temple built of masks. Pilgrims of the dying flame, footsteps on the stone, on the edge of revelation, still we walk this road unknown. Where the stairway splits the night, hundreds kneel on jagged edges, bathed in fickle orange light. Every rung is dark with soot, mixed with candle wax and tears. You can smell the burnt petitions of 1,000 desperate years. Every wish that went unanswered left a trace upon these slabs, like a warning carved in carbon that devotion also stabs. Ashes on the altar steps, soft beneath our knees, all the prayers that turned to smoke when no one heard the pleas. Ashes on the altar steps, clinging to our skin, marking us as just another round of hope they'll sweep back in. If the sacred fire is listening from its throne above the crest, why so many lonely layers of these ashes on the steps? Priests in robes of woven amber move like shadows up and down, collect offerings in silence, never letting doubts resound. They avoid each carved in name like a stain upon the stone. Tell us faith is in your waiting, not in answers you are shown. But I feel a quiet anger rising through the heated air as I touch the scorched inscriptions of the ones who are there. Ashes on the altar steps, soft beneath our knees, all the prayers that turned to smoke when no one heard the pleas. Ashes on the altar steps, clinging to our skin, marking us as just another round of hope they'll sweep back in. If the sacred fire is listening from its throne above the crest, why so many lonely layers of these ashes on the steps? I scoop a handful, feel it crumble between fingers, light as breath. Every flake a lost conviction, every grain a tiny death. Then I smear it on my forearms, not in worship but in rage. Swear I'll find who keeps this cycle locked inside the mountain's cage. Ashes on the altar steps, stain my beating hands. I won't let them be forgotten as we climb to higher lands. If the temple flames are righteous, let them answer what I've learned. Why the road to revelation is paved with all these lives that burned. Ashes on the altar steps, whisper through the glow. We are more than failed devotions, we're the proof of what you know. On the narrow path beside us, where the guards refuse to tread, little caves and hidden ledges hold a different kind of red. Tiny flames and rusted lanterns hung by hands that walked away from the sanctioned line of pilgrims to a rougher, quieter way. Temple lore calls them defectors, says their souls have all been sold, but their fires feel somehow human, not so distant, not so cold. Lanterns of the heretics flickering off the trail, offering a rather share my stories by these lanterns of heretics. An old woman waves us over to a ledge with chipstone seats. Says the stairs will still be waiting. Take a breath, release your feet. She pours water, passes bread, not a sacrament as care. Tells us how she once was keeper of the inner temple stairs. Till I saw them feed the bonfire with the hopes they call divine. Burning letters never opened, just to keep the altar bright. Lanterns of the heretics flickering off the trail, offering a modest warmth where grand decrees have failed. Lanterns of the heretics shaking in the wind, lit by those who left the system when it wouldn't let them in. If the holy blaze above demands we crawl and kiss its bricks, I might rather share my stories by these lanterns of heretics. She says if the gods are wounded by a question in your throat, they're not gods, just fragile idols, terrified of what you know. Keep your ember close and moving, don't entrust it all to stone. Sacred fire that can't be questioned is a fire you don't own. Lanterns of the heretics guide us through the smoke, not by promising redemption, just by saying you're not broke. Lanterns of the heretics, I will keep you in my sight as we climb toward that great blaze with a different kind of light. If the temple tries to claim us with its scripted rhetoric, we'll remember softer wisdom from these lanterns of heretics.